So y'all, I took a light trade this morning on the futures market, and on my prop firm account, I netted about $800 on it, and then I was done, man. You know, the biggest thing that I'm learning about prop firms is they actually are helping me to be a much more disciplined trader. Sorry about that, I'm driving. And here's the reason why: because a lot of you guys, and including myself, you know, get pissed off with this consistency rule stuff. But you know what it forces me to do? It forces me to not trade so much, because, you know, I know it doesn't make sense that they say, you know, hey, consistency, you can't make more than this and that. And you're like, man, I'm a trader. What? That doesn't make any sense, because I'm here to make money, right? But, you know, and I was actually fussing with one of the prop firms about this the other day. But then realistically, I'm really thinking about my new way of trading for 2026, and I'm really digging this you know, consistency stuff. And here's the reason why. I posted in my group, and I'm just going to keep it real simple for you guys so you can just think this through. Guys, think about it like this. Instead of trying to take 10 trades a day, you can take one trade or two trades a day across 10 accounts. Did you hear what I said? So for an example, I told you on one of these prop firm accounts this morning, I made about $800. So take $800 and times that across 10 accounts. That's $8,000. Okay? So instead of trying to take 20 trades to make $8,000 on one account, why don't I take one trade and multiply it across 10 accounts, right? Or even if you did it across 5 accounts, that's $4,000 in a day. Even if you did $200, and I sent this example out, what if you made $200 on your prop firm account today, but now it's only $200? You know, because in our trading minds, we'd be like, man, that's only $200. That's no money. But what if you had made that $200 and times that times 5 accounts? So now you just made $1,000 without breaking the consistency rule. Why? Because now I'm not trying to over trade to try to make all this money because I got to make this one account do what it do. No, I can make several accounts do what they do without extra effort. So instead of doing it, just think it vertically versus horizontally. Okay, so vertically means this is me trading. I'm up and down in the markets all day long, all night long, can't sleep, you know, exhausted, depressed because I'm losing trades. I only took 30 trades today, man. Now I'm scalping, I'm doing this and that, and you just all over the place. And at the end of the day, you got nothing to show for it at the end of the week except for another blown account, right? Okay, but the other smarter traders, which you see on YouTube all the time, they're telling you their secret all the time. They take 1 or 2 good quality trades a day, and then after that, they're done trading, right? So you look at him like, man, that ain't gonna be enough for me to replace my job. Well, yeah, you're right, if you do it on one account. But if you did that $200 on 5 accounts, and you just went for a quick $200 trade, which is easy to find. I got to call my accountant back.
He said, deal or no deal.
So, bottom line is, it makes it so much easier and less stressful because I'm not chasing, you know, this windfall, and I got to hit home runs every single day. You know what I mean? I ain't got to chase home runs. All I got to do is take 1 to 2 good quality trades a day and get my butt off. Because if I do more, then the prop firm is going to penalize me. And then on top of that, what happens is that it's not beneficial to me, because if I look at my track history of taking 10 to 20 trades a day, how successful have I been? How successful have you been? Does this make sense, y'all? So, for an example, this week for my personal trading group, which, by the way, our copycat service, which is our trade copier, me, my team, Miss Jenny and Dr. Elvis, we take trades, you get copied on them in the Forex market, right? We had a 90% win rate this week. 90%, bro. And here's the good news. Out of the trades we sent, I only sent about 2 of them. My team sent out a couple of them. Across the team, yeah, we had about 10 or 12 trades. But how many did I personally take? Only took 1 or 2. And yet we had a 90% win rate over 400 or 500 pips because I'm leaning on my team to take some trades too. So it's not me trying to do everything for the Forex team. Now, when it comes to the futures market in my personal group through Futrix.com, Futtrix.com, and on the Asian side, I do send out those trades alone all week long, right? But I don't send out a ton of trades, only 1 to 2. So we took about 10 trades this week, y'all, and I won 8 out of the 10. And you understand what I'm saying? Really, I only lost 1 trade because one of them, it was moving kind of funny. So I told them, hey, y'all, let's just close it at close to break even, because I could have called it break even, but again, for integrity purposes, since that trade was, a little bit above break even, when you close it, you're going to be in a little bit of drawdown. So for integrity purposes, I say it's small loss, right? So basically it was 9.5 trades, right? 9.5 winning trades for the people in my group, right? Okay. So the fact is that they walked away with 9.5, excuse me, 9.5 winning trades for the week. Okay. And they're walking away with bread in their pocket. But if they trade on their own, how many trades are they typically? Now, everybody in my group, so don't be offended, but some of y'all in my group, because it's just the way we are. Especially if you win. That's what make it worse. If you win, you go ham on the charts even more. So now you trading even more and more and more. Because, oh my God, I won. I won more. So you guys want more and more and more. Then if you lose, now you revenge trading. So now you trading more and more and more and more. So we don't know when to stop, to be honest with you. So to be honest with you, I was just sitting here thinking about it today, bro. And I'm like, you know what? I'm fussing about this consistency rule stuff. But the truth in the matter is, man, doggone, it feels really good. Man, I woke up this morning, took a couple of trades, on that prop firm account. And then boom, I'm done for the rest of the day. I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? So I'm out here going for a drive. Nancy's working in her office. Nancy's office is so comfortable, man. It's so plush, man. Oh God, her office. I love my wife's office. She got this big, gigantic, comfortable chair. Her house, her office got the front of the house view with the sunshine and all that stuff. And so, she's working at her desk and, and I said, babe, I'm just sitting here with you while you work. I'm not going to bother you. And so I was just sitting on her comfortable couch, looking out the window, had my headphones on, listening to, some positive things. And then after that, I say, oh, well, baby, I got to go to the store, which I really don't. I don't need anything, but just something to do, And so then I'm here driving to the store. And she texted me and said, baby, can you pick me up some avocados, cilantro, and these specific chips that she liked, the organic chips, where I just went to one store, they didn't have it, so now I'm driving to another. What is the whole point of what I'm saying? I got my whole day to me, bruh. I got my whole day to me. It is so peaceful, bro. No charts. I am done for the day. It feels so good. This is going to be my new normal for 2026. I do not, under any circumstances, want to be on these charts all day long. I've been doing that for years, bro. And to be honest with y'all, man, I am exhaustedly tired. I am exhausted. Especially with these charts. Y'all know how it is. You don't sleep, man, because you're constantly thinking about these charts. You own these charts. And then if you lose, then you reassessing, how do I do this? What? So it's one of the ultimate stressful puzzles of life, man. It is, to be honest with y'all, bro, trading is one of the hardest businesses in the world. And yet it's so easy. I'm going to restate that again. Some of you guys come up in here and you think you just going to hit a quick lick and it's just so easy. The reason why trading is so hard, bro, you can come up with a strategy, but you're never going to have 100% win rate. Here's the reason why. Because what you're doing, you're playing in a market that changes every single day. Every day is completely different. Did you hear what I'm saying? It's like catching the wind. So what you do is you look for obvious patterns, you look for this and that, and I'm going to give you guys something else. I'm just talking to y'all. I'm giving you my 2026 mindset because, man, look, to be honest with y'all, I don't even know what to do with myself because I'm not on the charts. So what do I do now? You understand what I'm saying? In fact, Let me tell y'all these two things and I'll let you go. Okay? All right. Here's number one. One of the things that I'm learning, I do not like trading in chaotic markets. What do I mean? I'm avoiding the market opens of several sessions because they just moving too fast. They just tripping. They be all over the place. In fact, I was looking at the futures market this morning at 9:30 open, and man, them candles whipped up, and then within seconds they whipped down. And I said to myself, I said, doggone, bro, fortunes have just been lost in a matter of seconds. You can have the best scalping strategy in the world, but only those who are extremely disciplined can survive the market opens of the New York session. Now, let me say this. The London session is a little bit slower because the volume is not as big. But when you have the New York open, you have London and New York opening at the same time. That's what most traders hit the desk and they're trying to hit. Within the first 30 seconds to the first 2 minutes, bro, that thing is going to whipsaw so hard, bro. You could have had your assessment all right, and that thing, and it literally did that. Check YM this morning. As I'm recording this, check it yourself. Okay? YM, that thing shot all the way up and then dropped all the way back into the major trend that I saw on the 1 hour time frame. So within seconds, people's fortunes got wiped out in 30 seconds. And then after that, about 10 to 15 minutes later, the perfect trade setup came in and the thing just slowly drifted right on down. NQ did the same thing. And a lot of people made a lot of money on NQ if they would have waited 5 to 10 minutes after the open, not the market open. So me personally, bro, I'm not a fan of trading during these opening sessions, me personally. Now, you got people who's good at things like that, like Miss Jenny and others. You got to know you got to stay in your lane. If you're good at that, do you? Miss Jenny is good at that stuff. That's why she's in charge of open market, trading the New York session for our futures group, for our futures trading group. I don't do it because I already know this is just not my thing, bro. Unless you're talking about 15 to 30 minutes after the market has opened, then okay, it's back to my normal rhythm where I can, you're not schizophrenic. You understand what I'm saying? So for me to take a trade when I can understand your behavior, not when you schizophrenic, it's kind of like the market opens up, it gets schizophrenic, and then it normalizes. So do I want to trade the schizophrenic stuff that is not my expertise, or do I just wait until after it calms its butt down and then I say, okay, I'm getting in the market? So me, I'm just going to wait, right? So then I waited, hopped into the trade in the pattern that I recognized, hit a lick real nice on my prop firm account, made sure to watch that I didn't make more than what they said, okay? Because this one, they have a 50%, Take Profit Trader has a 50%, what you call that, 50% consistency rule. So I calculated my number, okay? How much do I have to make a day, okay, without breaking the consistency rule? Because if you break the consistency rule, they don't blow the account, but what they're going to do is they're going to move your target up even more before you can do withdrawals. So I calculate, okay, I can't make more than XYZ. So I made sure I was like, $100 below that number this morning, and then I just was done. I walked off and shut my computer, and then I sat in Nancy's office, and then I, went and sat in my office, and then I was like, well, maybe I need to go to the store. What do you do with your time? So then I went the other day, guess what? And this is the final thing, I'll let y'all go. So if things work out the way I plan, I'm going to start doing some philanthropy work on behalf of the kingdom of God. And I ain't gonna tell y'all the secret. I gotta work things out, because the moment you speak things, then people say speak it into existence. Well, the problem with speaking things into existence, the moment you speak, especially if you're trying to do something for the kingdom of God, all of a sudden, man, all hell is going to break loose in your life, because the devil don't like that, and he's going to try to attack you. Feel me? So I ain't saying squat about it just yet. I'm still praying about it, trying to figure things out. But I want to make better use of my time, because the same amount of time that I've been putting on these charts all these years, I can put that into doing something for the kingdom of God. So if I can cut down the number of time, the amount of time I'm spending on the charts, and reinvest that time into something that will change and touch real lives for people who really need it, then I'm all for it. You feel me? All right. So anyway, I didn't talk my ear. I didn't talk y'all off. Thank you for listening. And for those who's in my personal groups, whether you're in the copycat, man, shout out to you, man. Like I said, man, we had a 90% win rate, and I think we took like 10 or 12 trades as a group. Me, Elvis, and Jenny, we took like 10 to 12 trades, 90% win rate. So y'all got taken care of. SuperEasyCopycat.com. And then in the Futrix group, like I said, man, I sent out personally in my personal Telegram group for the futures market. I sent out about 10 trades. We won 8.5 out of 10. So y'all ate good this week, man. So, across the board, the New York session, I haven't talked to Jenny just yet to find out how many, what they total was for this week. But across the board, man, we all ate good, bro. And here's the beauty. I'm eating good without all the extra. I am sick and tired of these charts. It's kind of like you end up possessed by the charts, because you're just trying to figure this thing out. It is the hardest thing it's worse than a relationship, bro. It is worse. Well, I can't say that because some of y'all married to people who act like the charts, just all over the place every single day. You can't figure them out. So you stressed out on the charts. You dealing with schizophrenic charts, and you dealing with schizo significant other or spouse. So praying for you. But for me personally, bro, I just want peace in my life. And in order for me to regain peace in my life, hold on, I'll call her in a minute.
Abby laughed and pushed half a pastry.
In order for me to regain peace in my life, I got to cut back on these charts. That's the long story short. Anyway, peace and hair grease. Talk to y'all. And like I said, we'll be banging next week.